Yep. Anybody else?
Should the Defence Secretary...
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
From the UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay,
And you no. You should care about your own borders.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants?
Do you care
No,
about...
by migrants. No, do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
You know what? I don't
about
care.
service members fighting for your country?
I don't care about
and
your
vice
fake news.
president
Do you have a
and your
relevant
defense
question?
secretary?
Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
Now to the obsession of the day, a Signal conversation, which is like WhatsApp, which is an encrypted messaging app where a whole collection of people in the national security area were having a conversation about an attack on the Yemeni rebels, and there was a journalist who got invited into the conversation.
The only real scandal is that somebody added the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic to their Signal conversation. I mean, it's an encrypted app. It's not the best place, I gather, to be having, discussions about war, possible war against the Houthis. I think everyone in the Trump administration would admit that. But was that really the big sin, or was it the fact that they actually managed to somehow CC The Atlantic's editor-in-chief, who made a big story out of it? I mean, it was dumb. I think they'll do it differently now. Nothing happened. They didn't CC Iran. They didn't loop in the Ayatollah and endanger the men. Yeah, it could have happened. It didn't. A lot of things could happen. But the question is, did they? Our men executed the mission perfectly. The Houthis took a lot of damage. We sent our message loud and clear. We took out Houthi leadership. This is something the Biden administration was too scared to do for 4 years. Trump did it within his first 2 months, and the mission was a massive success. If I were the Democrats, I'd not really want to be calling attention to this particular exercise because it was so good. but they found a process problem leading up to it in which really sound, sage, smart discussions were being had by Hegseth, by J.D. Vance, the vice president, by Mike Walls, the national security advisor, who's the one who inadvertently added the Atlantic editor-in-chief to the discussion about, do we do this? Is it more in our interest or is it more in Europe's interest? Should we make Europe take the lead because they use these waterways 40% more than we do? We're only at 3%. All good discussions to be having, and then they showed unity and said, let's do this. None of that should have happened in the ear of Jeffrey Goldberg. Shouldn't have happened on Signal either. Okay, both of those will be rectified. No one got hurt. Let's move on, because the same media that wants to pretend they're so outraged about the fact that classified information was provided and discussed on this encrypted app, they leak classified information to the media every day. They did this every day of the Trump administration. This is what the CIA was doing. This is one of the reasons why Trump distrusts the national security apparatus, and so do most Republicans, because it was used against him for 4 solid years. Not to mention, they didn't care when the old defense secretary went AWOL for 10 days because he was having some sort of a surgery that he didn't want to tell us about because it involved man parts. Okay, sorry, but that's not allowed. You're the Secretary of Defense. They didn't care when Joe Biden got 13 service personnel killed, the disastrous Afghanistan withdrawal. They didn't care about any of these military scandals. So please spare me that they somehow care about this one.